Now you're taking a live look at the Molson Coors facility.
Molsoncoors.
Molsoncoors.
Union workers at a Fort Worth brewery are now on strike.
Molsoncoors. Molsoncoors in Fort Worth.
Workers are demanding better pay and better benefits.
They want to take our health insurance, but yet they'll take $7 million for a 30-second ad for the Super Bowl and pay that with no problem.
They make the profit off our backs. We're not asking for anything that's not fair, but it's just greedy corporate America.
This is the first ever strike in its more than 50-year history.
We're fighting them tooth and nail, and they're corporate America. They got deep pockets.
It looked like literal hell in there. I don't think there's enough money or benefits in the world for that.
We're not wanting to do that.
Yes, sir.
We spent 2 days bargaining. Company won't even meet with us in the same room anymore. They had their own meeting room, our meeting room, and the director was going back and forth between rooms. And after, roughly 18 hours over 2 days, they increased their original 99-cent offer to $1.04. So they flipped us a nickel.
That's a joke. That's a flat joke.
Total package that we had on the table to resolve the strike was something around in the neighborhood of $4 million. They've spent $4 million on this, on fences, on shipping in managers from other breweries to run the equipment. They put them up in a hotel, they give them a meal allowance, they give them rental cars, they pay for the room. They're paying them a premium to come down here on top of their normal salary they get. They've surpassed $4 million.
We make the beer, they don't. And they're trying in there, but they're struggling.
They would rather spend money on that stuff than just settle the agreement and give these people, us, a living wage and a benefit package that meets the $12 billion they made last year. It's the most money they've ever made in the history of the organization was last year alone. 6 years of profit growth in 1 year.
I mean, this company made $12 billion in profit last year alone off of our back.
They have no problem boasting about that on the shareholders call, but then when it comes down to the working class, they don't want to throw them anything.
I've been here 14 years, and in 14 years, my total raises have been $6.
And it's not just us. It was our sister brewery in Albany, Georgia, Trenton, Ohio, and the Milwaukee plant. They want to do nothing. They did nothing for any of us.
My coworker had somebody behind his knee pads. By the time he noticed, it had melted into his leg.
We have the backing. General President O'Brien, General Secretary Treasurer Zuckerman. I asked them for help. They basically doubled our strike. We're taking home $1,200 a week right now. So, that's why we've been able to hold the line for going on 10 weeks. It's a strenuous job. Long days, up to 12, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Here's a primary example of how they operate. Well, if it's 105 degrees out here, it's 115 in there on the floor. There's no air conditioning.
In the summertime, it's nothing but it's a furnace in there.
We had a guy 2 years ago fall out. He's in the floor convulsing. They'd ask him if you can roll him out of the way so they can start a machine. This is verifiable fact. This isn't something the company can lie about. What do you tell that man's family if he passed away? That's the kind of conditions we work under, man. We've had enough. It's just the fact that we get no respect.
That's part of the going out on strike as well, was getting some of that stuff fixed.
They're wanting to take away our paid lunch, which is only 30 minutes. It's just they're trying to take away more. The American people are tired. They're fed up with greedy corporate-ass America, and it's time for them to give back to the people that make them the money.
We have roughly about 18 unfair labor charges against the company that they're going through the National Labor Relations Board in downtown Fort Worth. So we are on a ULP strike. It's not an economic strike. They've done several very egregious actions while we've been out here.
Very first day of the strike, we had a parking lot down here, and we had a verbal agreement that we could park there. Very next day, we got tow trucks up there, which the tow truck lady says, and boots on our cars, saying Miller called, and now that we have to move our vehicles. $3,500 later, after we got all the boots removed from our trucks and cars, come on, Miller. We're fighting them tooth and nail. And they're corporate America. They got deep pockets.
But they're trying to instill fear in the members that they're going to be replaced after 90 days.
Yes, sir.
So they'll break and they'll go running back in there and say, I'm sorry, I want my job back. They can't do any of that. It's all against the National Labor Relations Act. We'll go back together as a brotherhood and a sisterhood when we're ready to go back. Look, enough's enough. Look at the history of what labor has done over the last year and a half, 2 years. The auto workers, the Writers Guild. There's a fight with Amazon now. UPS, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, our competitor. They settled a 5-year agreement, 23% wage increases, gave their employees they can earn up to 8 weeks of vacation. Gave all the retirees, even retirees that have retired, went back and gave them retiree insurance. With this company, we're fighting for a living wage. We're fighting to get some retiree health care insurance, and we're fighting to get some vacation time back for our people. And they don't want to do it. It's time for the working class to step up. the working force got lax, which has led to what we see now, you know? So you guys as the younger generation, you guys need to pick it up by your bootstraps and push it forward, because this is the only way you have a voice. Otherwise, you're a robot, and that's no way to live your life.
I agree.
You know?